Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this class trial in Thief class. Now this is one of the ones you really want to get to level 100. It really is good. Some absolutely superb champion talents in here. We'll go over those in just a second. But first of all, you want to grab tier 1 if you can from the shop. This is going to give you a potion of enchantment, so all your allies start enchanted at the start of this event. And it's only for today, but certainly worth doing. You get all these extra class XP as well. This aids you in getting your Thief class towards that coveted level 100. Now at tier 5 there is Skeleton Key, and it is a very good weapon indeed. Deals damage to the first and last enemies boosted by your gold, and if the enemy dies gains an extra turn. The reason why it's so good is it's really easy to get a gold boost in this game, really easy during a match. And that can really boost that damage up and be absolutely terrifying for the opposition. But there's no need to spend a load of gems just to get it. If you're going to go this far anyway, then of course pick it up. But don't spend the gems just to get it. This is the class weapon, and as thus you get it free once you achieve 250 class wins in Thief. Rewards, you grab these as you go along. Some more XP, more gems, more gold, orb of chaos, all good stuff. Right, onto the team itself. Black Manacles, 2 times King Gobtruffle and a Fundingus. Just to show what weapon to change to if you don't have a Black Manacles or 2 King Gobtruffles. Let's go to edit. First of all, Thief class. Let's just go over that why it is so good. Where are you? Right. First of all, start battles with 50% mana. That's always a good thing. Just gets things done that little bit quicker. Deals damage to the last enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. There's a lot of potential for looping teams in Thief class, so you can get those 4 matches and be constantly doing that damage to that last enemy. Just jabbing away at them with a stick until they die, kind of thing. But in the talent trees, it's where this really shines, particularly towards the tail end. You notice things like Rising Shadows, 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. Now that happens more than you think sometimes and is really useful when it does. Dodge, 30% chance to dodge skull damage. Stealthy, cannot be targeted by spells. This is a really good class to have not in first place. You don't want to be in first place, get a load of skull damage and die. It's normally sneaking around near the tail end of the team most times, but it has other stuff as well. You've got 3 different potential summons in this team. You've got a chance to summon a Heronath when an ally casts a spell. You've got a chance to summon a bandit when an ally dies. And a chance to summon a Sister of Shadows when an enemy dies. So when an enemy dies, when an ally dies, and when an ally casts a spell. So 3 potential different summons, which is why this is such a good little class. Absolutely superb, especially with that stealthy. Almost always in stealthy in Thief. Very good indeed. But just because this is the excuse me, class trial, it doesn't mean to say you actually have to select that as the class. Just for to show how you can mix things up a little bit, I'm going to be in Archmage's class for this, and I'll explain why. Just go over my troops first. We have Black Manacles, dealing damage to all enemies with a 20% chance to devour a random enemy, which uses brown and purple. We have King Gobtruffle, dealing damage to all enemies as well, then creating a mix of green and brown and gains an extra turn. The green feeds himself, the brown feeds our Black Manacles. Fundingus is here because he's just a funky little mana generator. It explodes a load of purple gems, which feeds straight into our Black Manacles as well. And then summons either a giant toadstool or an explodestall and has the standard goblin extra turn. So we've got lots of green feeding Gobtruffle that creates a brown, which feeds our Black Manacles. Fundingus obviously feeds the team as well. But I've decided to take it a little bit further with the class. Archmagus, gain 2 bonus purple when matching purple gems. So if we don't get the brown or green that we want, then we can fast track our mana requirement with that if purple come up. And the talent trees are surprisingly good for this as well. All purple allies gain 2 armor. That's the hero. Steal 1 life from the first enemy when matching purple gems. Anti-magic sphere, reduce damage from spells by 20%. Mana source, do love a 50% start on these things, makes it just that much quicker. That one we don't really care about. A lightning strike, we're going to get a lot of 4 matches with this team, and lightning strike can really just speed things up by that extra explosion generating mana. And Lord of Storms, elementals, that's our King Gobtruffles, gaining 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. And of course we have extra turns with this, so that is going to be your King Gobtruffles, both of them going up by 1 magic every single time we cast a spell. Really useful. Right, but if you don't have black manacles, what I would suggest is type in damage to all into your search bar. Like that. And then preferably select brown as a requirement. And the reason is because King Gobtruffle generates brown when he casts, and you ideally want to make use of that. And this is the weapons that I have. Obviously black manacles is there, so if you don't have that you could go Death Spire, that's not too bad. If you don't have that, you could go War and Peace. The only bad thing about War and Peace is it does mana block King Gobtruffle on the green. So Death Spire, less damage, but doesn't mana block. But hey ho, whichever one you've got out of these will be a good choice. If you don't have 2 King Gobtruffles, then Nobben Brothers, that's just popped up. That's pretty good actually, because it eliminates either attack from all enemies, deals damage to them all, or generates a ton of mana for your team, which you can charge up your King Gobtruffle again if you've only got 1. So that is a really good way to go. If they've got no attack, for example, they cannot do you any damage with skulls. So I'd go absolutely that way if you don't have 2 King Gobtruffles. And the banner for this with this team is +2 brown, +1 blue, -1 yellow. Right, let's rock and roll. Queen Isabel never looks cheerier at any point in the day. That's as happy as she gets. We'll just collect mana for our team. We'll collect purple if we can, because we have a massive boost for purple, remember, but we will collect 4 matches if they're there. There we go. That's got black manacles up nice and fast. And everybody's dead. And of course, every time we cast a spell, remember our King Gobtruffles are going up in power every single time. The enemy isn't going to last long enough to actually make use of that on the early stages, but certainly useful if you're a newer player. Purple is a good one to get on this because you get so much mana from this, and that was without a mana surge. That was just a flat amount of purple that time. If you had a mana surge, that would have been all our mana requirement for purple in one go to be able to cast. You can defeat these heroes here in any order, the champions, any order you like. You don't have to do them in the order that's there. So if you fancy picking on someone else first, you absolutely can. Oh, did I not pick purple as a... yeah, +2. What am I doing? Lost track of what I was doing. Getting brown. See, Gobtruffles haven't even come into it yet. Black manacles get charged up so quick. It's becoming irrelevant right now. So what I'll do, I'll just do this last champion set, and then I'll jump forward a little bit. Well, I devoured there at the same time. That was quite nice. Chief Stronghorn. I'll just do this one, and I'll jump forward a few stages and show how the team works as the enemy gets a bit more powerful. Alright, I've jumped forward a few stages and the team is still handling these champions with the greatest of ease. All I've done, which is different from the beginning, is I've popped on 2 medals of Nisha to increase my damage, and you should do the same if you have them, and a medal of Arnu to give King Gobtruffle a little bit of a head start in mana. Alright, back to the event. The eagle-eyed among you may have noticed I didn't buy the Potion of Enchantment from the shop. I didn't buy tier 1. This is just to show how this team can still work even if you can't afford to buy that Potion of Enchantment, that tier 1. It's not absolutely necessary. This team does get charged up really quick. We get lots of bonus purple here. The lightning strike is going to charge up the team nice and fast. Manacles is ready to go. And I think I said it at the beginning, but I'm just going to say it again just in case I'm imagining that I said it and I didn't. Like, what's really handy about this team for newer players is this champion benefit on Archmages if you have it. Lord of Storms, elementals gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. Really going to help get the magic boosted up on your King Gobtruffle. Like, mine kills the enemies quite quickly, but if you don't have your level, your kingdom's up as high as mine, so you've not got that damage boost, then it's really handy to get that boost every single time you cast a spell, because these obviously have an extra turn. So you get to cast twice. You're gaining like 2 magic on each Gobtruffle really, really quickly. And same with this one, extra turn. So it doesn't take long to get your Gobtruffle's magic really, really boosted high. Right, so what shall I grab next? Let's grab me some stuff for my Fundingers. We'll get that ready to go for the next turn. Lightning Strike really helping the mana gen. So we're on 55 damage at the moment with our King Gobtruffles. If I cast that, it's gone up to 56, and that's obviously on both of them. And we're ripping through the enemy anyway. But yeah, so if you need more turns basically to complete these stages, then those extra boosts in magic are really going to make a difference. So I'll just do these last 4 set of battles. And this is without the Potion of Enchantment, just to show how quick this team can still work, even without a benefit like the Potion of Enchantment. So rather huge amount of purple coming my way. 1 Gobtruffle's up. If you want to get the second Gobtruffle up at the same time, then recommend not casting straight away. Just hold fire, get the mana for the second one first of all, because otherwise you're mana blocking the second Gobtruffle with the first one, obviously. Doesn't actually matter because we're going to kill the enemy anyway, but always cast your Gobtruffle first, because that's guaranteed extra turn, and then your manacles afterwards. Law Mount has arrived. Only to meet his doom, we'll cast 1 Gobtruffle and get a lucky skull hit. I was just about to show how our magic had been increased, but I'm sure you get the idea. Magic goes up on both King Gobtruffles every single time an ally casts a spell. Right, I'll just finish off this set of 3 battles and call the video a day. Video, you're a day. I thought I could resist saying it, but I couldn't. I tried and failed. And it still doesn't get any funnier. But hey, the whole point of my jokes is they're so bad, they're good. They're so bad, that's what makes them funny. Maybe. Alright, what should we do now? What should we do now? Should we get brown or should we get purple? Or should we get blue for our Gobtruffle face? Let's get some purple. More manacle fun. Jewellery, this is classed as. Not quite sure these black manacles are something you would go out and be classed as wearing jewellery, but each to their own. This may be a fetish thing that I don't know about. And I'm not going down that road. Right, if we're going to have to cast more than once, it's a good chance to try and grab some of our desired mana colour while it's available. Gobtruffle first, guaranteed extra turn. Take any 4 matches if they're there, so we get the benefit of the Lightning Strike. Didn't actually need to. And Chief Stronghorn will be the last battle for this video. Right, here we go, Lightning Strike. That got things happening really quickly, and all again and without using a Potion of Enchantment, because we have to multiple cast. It's a good chance to try and get our mana for our Gobtruffle at the same time. Any green? Yeah, absolutely. Gobtruffle first. Take any 4 matches if they're available. Lightning Strike really helps. And then the Maniac Manacles. Anyway, there it is. There's the video. If you found it enjoyable or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But thanks for watching. Bye for now.